everybody, thank you for watching the video. As you can see, this is my deadlift training from March 16th of 2017 and my very last deadlift workout before my competition. And definitely want to say, definitely ended the training on a good note. As you can see from the video, doing a deload, which is like for me, like I said, is just the beginning of a new training cycle. I actually came back stronger, and what a great way to end off a training prep to come in with confidence, and especially to be better than where I was prior to me even getting injured. And that's the thing that's been so hard to believe, is because I was aiming for just getting back to where I was. But I'm the type of individual where I like to go above and beyond my capabilities and my expectations. And putting the work in has led me to be in a better position where not only I've gotten back to where I was, but yet I'm gotten better than where I was at. And this is the funny thing, is this is the second time this has happened to me. And I hold it to the testament of just hard work and dedication, and most importantly, believing in myself. And you guys know that that's my mantra every single day, is I believe in myself, and I believe I could do anything I set my mind to. And I can say that easily, convincingly, without a problem. And it's not meant to be in a narcissistic or a way where it comes off very cocky. No, I have confidence in myself, and that's something that everybody should bestow upon them, or have experienced in once in their life, and you'll be amazed at what you were really capable of. I missed my competition back in February, and it devastated me, and I busted my ass to get back, and it brought me to this point, and I never gave up, and that was the most important thing. And there were times where I felt like I doubted myself and I had second thoughts, but the most important thing is I told myself, you know what, you can overcome this. You can surpass all this. You can get back to where you were. You can be that person that you used to be. And I believed that, and it kept me going, and I kept pushing, and I kept pushing forward, and look where I am now. I'm not only back to where I was, I'm even in a better position. So in a way, sometimes the best thing you need to do is actually to fall, because the thing is, it gives you that drive to get back up, to push, to remind you of what you do and what it takes to be successful and to achieve your dreams. Sometimes we all need that. Personally, I feel like this happened to me because, in a sense, I feel like I took what I had for granted, and it was a big reminder to me to, like I always say, not to forget where you are, because there's people who wish they had 2 arms, 2 feet, 2 eyes, a nose. There's people who wish they could have the talents that you have, because they know for a fact that if they had that bestowed upon them, they would take it and run with it. And the thing is that it was a big reminder to me to not take anything that you have for granted, and I will never forget that. This has been an emotional ride for me, trying to get back, and to me, this is sink or swim. This competition coming up is sink or swim, meaning that I was training to put myself in a position where I wanted to achieve all, or potentially more, of the goals that I set for myself this year, and I thought that I was going to have a setback and it wasn't going to happen. But I didn't let that stop me from getting back to where I wanted to be and having that determination. And this is sink or swim, meaning that, this is where I prove all that to be true. And I always try to prove that every competition I do. I always try to best myself, because that's the ultimate goal for me, is to always be a better me, is to always be a better version of myself, to always be a stronger version of myself. That's the real goal. it's not something tangible. Yes, it's a sport that's based on numbers. Yes, but it's more attained to being a better you, because I know that I put all my hard work and dedication into, per se, reaching a higher number, but I put my 100% effort behind it because that's a testament to who I am. And I feel that if I don't reach a higher number or a better number, I didn't beat myself. I didn't become a better version of myself. Along the way, I've I've come across a lot of lessons and more experience and knowledge that hopefully I could bestow across somebody, or the people that I train, and to make their situation better, to make their atmosphere more positive, make their journey more worth it. And like I said, looking back, in a sense, I'm really happy. In a way, I'm actually really happy that happened to me, because the thing is that it reminded me of what you have in front of you, and don't ever take anything for granted. I don't care if it's your family, I don't care if it's the gifts or talents you have. Don't take any of it for granted, because it takes one instant for all that to go away. All that to go away. You see stories about females who, unfortunately, who are pregnant and they get hit by drunk drivers and they're killed, and the baby gets killed as well. Your life can change in an instant. That's why you should never take anything you have for granted, and don't waste your time. Because I seen an article not long ago where they asked people if they would rather waste money or time, and you will be shockingly amazed how many people said they would much rather waste time than money. Money comes and goes, people come and go in your life. Time is something you do not get back. And like I said, for me, having this setback, that's time I took away from potentially progressing myself. But I spent that time going from two steps back to get two steps forward to be in the same spot. But I actually wound up being two steps back and three steps forward. And that's how you have to look at things. If you do take a step back, try to take two steps forward. You take three steps back, take four. Always go for above and beyond what you want. The one thing I always like to tell people is, let's say if you wanted to run for mayor, right? If you wanted to run for mayor, you in your head would think that becoming the president would be a lot harder based on expectations and what you have to go through. But if you set your mind to becoming the president, then looking at becoming the mayor would be a lot easier. So that's why I say you should always set your goals high. People say you shouldn't reach too far. No, reach as far as you can, because everything else along the way will become more believable in your mind, and you will actually achieve it. Even though you can achieve anything you set your mind to, but don't be afraid to reach for a dream that to most it doesn't make sense or it seems impossible, because there's no such thing as impossibility. Again, like I said, for me, this was a big reminder and a big testament to don't take what you have for granted. Because in all reality, I'm not going to be able to lift 600 pounds when I'm 80 years old. Who knows? You never know. But I can't rely on faith. I can't rely on what if. I cannot rely on thinking about it. I'm going to make it happen. Don't sit here and wait for an opportunity. Make one. Don't sit here and wait for an open road. create your sense of direction, because that's the only way you can get things to where you want to be at in a more reasonable time. If you just sit here and wait for an opportunity, that's wasted time. You're not going to get back. And then when you think that time comes, it's not going to be what you expected it to be. And you're going to look back and say, damn, I wish I didn't sit around and wait. And again, people sit around and wait because fear. The fear of not achieving what they want, or if they can't handle it. Don't sit around and wait. And most importantly, once you get to that point and you get to that success, let it be a lesson and a reminder to you to where you came from, and to not forget what you have. Like I said, for me, this is a really, really big competition, not only because it's my first competition back, it's my first competition this year. This is where I have to prove myself yet again to back up everything I say. And I don't care who you are, I don't care whatever it is you do. You don't need somebody to validate you. You don't need validation from anybody. The only person you can validate is yourself. And at the end of the day, your actions speak louder than your words. So if you're going to say something, you better back it up. As always, guys, thank you for watching my videos. I really do appreciate every single one of your support. I have a big announcement coming up. I am going to be linking up with a company, and I do know, I just don't want to say anything yet until everything is set in stone. It's definitely going to happen, but, once I get paperwork and all those things sorted out, then I will be making the announcement. And in a way, it's actually a benefit to you guys, because it's another way you can reach out to me and contact me in regards to training, programming, dieting, general life questions, whatever, in whatever nature or whatever way possible. It'll just be another way to reach out to me, and we can connect and create a positive atmosphere. But when I get that, I will let you guys know. And the next video you will be seeing is the competition video. And of course, I'll be going over that. And then what are my expectations for this year, as well as what my goals are for this year, and how I'm going to go about and accommodating them. So, on that note, again, like I said, I appreciate every one of your supports. Just stay positive, stay focused. Most importantly, do not forget where you came from, and don't take what you had for granted, because it can be all taken away. Thank you guys for watching the video. Stay positive, stay focused, believe in yourself, and take care.